All right, so Independence Reno. Wanted another one. This time I do have no way with me to
Okay.
actually react to it.
They let me out of my cell.
They finally released you from your chains. This might be one of the last ones that we record for a little while, so we're
Enjoy.
gonna enjoy the best you can because the holidays are messing with both of
They
us.
take a long. Yeah, they take it out of us.
You got that, and our schedules are wonky as hell right now.
Retail jobs are brutal.
Yeah. The only reason I bring that up is Independence Reno. He's like, where's your friend at?
Did you kill him?
Exactly. Is he in the dungeon somewhere? We might be knights, but we're not those kind of freak people. There's no dungeons in this house. All right. So for you, Independence Reno, we have the Wise Man's Grandchild. The anime came out in 2019. Ran for one season, 12 episodes.
Okay.
There's rumors that there might be a second season coming out soon, but they're not like actually like hardcore like
Confirmed.
right. So we'll see. Overall, not a bad anime though. We'll start off with episode 1. The title of it was called A Babe in the Woods Goes to the Capital.
Okay.
So basically, a Japanese salaryman is hit by a truck. It's always a truck coon that kills him.
Well, so it's one of those time things,
An
or like
isekai.
rebirths or reincarnations.
Yes.
Okay.
It doesn't focus on that, but yes, that's how we end up in this new world. So it's an isekai.
Okay.
He's reincarnated as a baby in a world filled with magic.
The minute he's like fully like his whole brain right just like pops right into the new body. He's like fuck.
Aw.
It's like no.
He is taken in by the wizard Merlin Wolford.
Wolford. It's his last name.
Yes. Who names him Shin and raises him as his grandson.
Shin.
Shin. Shin.
Like an Asian name.
Japanese.
So is it Merlin?
Yeah.
Decide to name his kid.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. Like if my kids were like I'm Hispanic and I named my kid freaking
Frederick.
So yeah, something odd.
O'Rourke.
Leviticus. Leviticus.
No,
Sanchez.
You know what though? With the whole like Hispanic stuff and everything, there's enough Catholics they might. We don't put it past
They
Catholic people.
super Mexify all the names. Always. Like Benjamin, like Benjamin.
What was his name? Robert O'Rourke, the one that was running for governor and president at one point from Texas, where he said that he was Hispanic. He was Hispanic, so he changed his name from Robert to Beto.
Beto? Fuck is that?
Beto O'Rourke.
Beto O'Rourke. I don't know any word named Beto in Spanish. Beto. Pedro.
Pedro.
Did he try Pedro? And fucked it up? Yeah.
He went for Pedro and said Beto.
Beto.
All right, so he names him Shin. As Shin grows, he is taught magic by Merlin, magic item craftsmanship by Merlin's friend Melinda, and swordplay by the warrior Michael.
Wow, all these super Anglo-Saxon names. Like, my name's Shin.
At age 10, Shin successfully slays a demon, so Merlin tells him about finding him in the forest. But Shin already knew this, as his memories...
Butt chin.
Butt Shin.
Hey, butt chin. That'd be a terrible. We go to school like, damn it.
Shin already knew about this, as his memories from his previous life, he still had those, so he knew that he was...
acid reflux and like he's worried about the stock market.
But in a world that doesn't have anything like that.
Yeah.
At age 15, Merlin realized...
Damn it, Dad. I'm like, what about my 401k? And Merlin, what the fuck is a 401k?
Kinda, yeah.
Build a fireball.
At age 15, Merlin realizes he's never taught Shin common sense life skills.
Who wrote that? Like, who turned 15, Merlin or the kid? At age 15, Merlin.
At age 15,
Merlin. God dang, bro, you had the kid when you were a child.
Yeah, I just because I fucked up on the wording, okay. Damn, criticizing my grammar over here.
I thought well, who wrote it? Was it you or?
Half and half.
Oh,
Because I redid everything
okay.
from watching stuff.
Just blame the other people.
Yeah, it's easier. They did it. He realizes though he has never taught Shin common sense life skills
Oh, here we go. Here's how you do your taxes, Chin.
like money and stuff like that,
Right. Wouldn't he already know? Because he's like a hardcore businessman.
but not in this world.
But
So,
like,
like-
does he not have his memories or?
No, he's got his memories of the other life, but he doesn't know like equivalency or nothing in this. Like, he don't know what a copper's worth. It's like, he is also hesitant to let Shin enter society, as Shin has been using his previous life's scientific knowledge to invent spells that could turn society upside down.
Jesus.
So, like, instead of just doing a fireball spell, he's thinking in his mind, combine oxygen, you combust it.
Oh God.
So it's extremely strong. While discussing the issue,
If I built a bubble of air right around the guy and then threw a little fireball in there,
yeah,
fucking blood out.
yeah, that's basically what he does. He thinks of every,
Right.
or like whenever it comes to the sensory magic where you can detect what's around you. Like in his mind, he's looking at it as like a game where you get the overview map.
Oh. Yeah.
So it's like his mind is working completely different than these people's. Let's see. While discussing the issue, Shin learns that his uncle Dis, big brother C, and big sister Chris are actually King Desmond of Earlside.
Okay.
So his uncle Dis is the actual king.
Uncle Dis.
Uncle Dis. But his real name is Disium.
Okay.
Christina of the Royal Guard, and Siegfried, the court magician.
Siegfried.
So even though he calls him big sister and stuff like that, because he's raised as Merlin's grandson,
Right.
so he doesn't think anything
His
different.
family, yeah.
Yeah. All old friends of Merlin. It is decided, though, that Shin will return Earlshide Magic Academy to learn about society and make friends. So they move to a house in the city. Like out of the rural area that he's being raised in to actual, like, this capital.
It's like, hey, country boy, what
Exactly.
you doing around the city?
While exploring, Shin saves 2 girls from thugs, and having never met girls his own age, is immediately smitten with one of them.
Did he get the famous bloody nose?
No, just a blushed face.
Oh.
Where
How
he's
subtle.
like, yeah. Where he's like, she's so cute. And those titties, what they do.
Girl, what them ditties doing? What them bitties? It's like shit slapped out of him.
So episode 2 is called The Unconventional New Student.
Okay.
So the girls, Maria and Shazillian.
Jesus.
Shazillian.
Just as bad as his name.
Not Sicilian, but well, I guess it'd be Sicilian, depending on pronunciation of the Japanese or English. Also hope to join the academy. Sicilian, whom Shin is smitten with, he's the one that he actually likes. Blue hair girl, of course. You know, the random color hair. Also develops a crush on him in return.
What's that carpet like?
Shin earns the ire, basically, of a guy named Kurt, who leaves after being scolded by August, which is King Disium's son.
Okay.
Which it's like he comes up and he just like, what the fuck are you doing? You need to leave. I'm your king, your prince, basically.
It's like, oh, damn it.
Shin comes in first in the exam and has to give a speech about it for the new school year. Kurt is furious to discover that he is A class, while Shin has made it to the higher S class.
Oh, the good old S class.
Yep. Shin makes changes to the protective spells on his academy uniforms because the way he looks at it, he's like, it's only got 2 spells. I can do better than this. Starts adding more enchantments to it. Sicilian confides to Shin that she has repeatedly rejected Kurt, who is now threatening her because he wants her to marry him.
That's not a red flag at all.
Yeah. August uses his royal status to force Kurt to leave, though. Shin invites everyone to his home at that point to ask Merlin and Melinda if he can alter Cecilian's uniform to protect her against Kurt. It's like he's already, a simp at this point.
Yeah.
So, you can already see where this is headed down. He became very simplified very fast. He's like, he's never met a girl his own age, and that's all it took.
Just whatever. The first one he saw,
it's like,
it's like a freaking a duckling just immediately imprinting onto its mom.
Pretty much. Them titties, though. That's all he cares about. But at least he doesn't get the stereotypical bloody nose. Like most anime. Let's see. Melinda reveals this would make Cecilian's uniform a national treasure level item, though, because of the enchantments that he can put onto different things. Cecilian tries to refuse, proving to Melinda that she is honest and worthy of the protection, though, and that she's not just using him. Dizium asks Shin to never reveal that he created national treasure items, or it could lead to an inter-kingdom war. So he's got his Uncle Dis over here. It's like, please don't fucking tell people about this shit. Though he does ask for uniforms for August, Julius, and Thor as well. His classmates, basically.
Okay.
He's like, hey, even though we're not going to tell anybody, can you go ahead and make them for your bodyguards?
There's like 6 of them.
Can you make one for my son too, please?
We need some for the soccer team.
Basically. Maria sensibly refuses one, though. She's like, I don't want to be part of this national... No, this is too much responsibility. Fuck this, no. Shin offers to take everyone home using his teleportation spell, which was also supposed to stay secret.
Damn.
And basically, his teleportation spell is, instead of instantly, like, instead of being like Star Trek type teleportation, like where you like phase out and become, like you're somewhere else.
Yeah.
This is like going through a doorway. So in his mind, he has it to where it's almost like a, kind of like a, what would you call it? Like a wormhole.
Okay.
For him, because he's thinking of it as you're moving 2 pieces of fabric of space and connecting them.
Yeah.
To where it's like you just go from one place to another. That's what he's thinking in his mind.
Just folding a piece of paper.
Right. The whole...
Or like you draw one circle on one side, one circle on the other, and you just fold it in half.
Yes. So the most common... That's literally the description that he gives, but...
It's a famous one.
Yeah. But for them, they're like, what the fuck? Because it's like a big door.
They're like, 2 + 2 is what?
Episode 3 is called The Emergency Arises. An Emergency Arises. So Shin starts escorting Cecilian to and from school. Shin decides not to join any clubs, so August suggests that he start his own, which the entire class insists on joining. Because he's the grandson of Merlin. So everybody wants to join whatever class he's in.
Yeah.
Because they're famous. So the Ultimate Magic Study Group is formed. The most lame possible name you could come up with. And of course, since he's from like our world or whatever, or like the equivalent to what our world would be, he's like, fuck. It's like, why is it going to be this fucking name? Because it wasn't his idea for it. It was a different girl. Why don't we call ourselves the Ultimate Magic Study Group? It's like, fuck.
Because of the Super Duper Magic Defense League.
Kind of, yeah. Dicium's council discusses the increase in demon sightings. So Dicium orders an investigation. Kurt's father confronts Kurt about his behavior, in which turn Kurt snaps and rants about the worthlessness of commoners and his hatred of Shin.
So, God dang muggles.
Kind of, yes.
Goes off on his dad, and dad's like, damn.
So his father withdraws him from the academy and says, you're going to stay in your fucking room. Basically.
You can't do this to me.
August then wonders why Kurt changed so radically, and Thor reveals Kurt's behavior changed after visiting Mr. Strom, a blind teacher who was exiled from another kingdom. Strom visits Kurt and casts a spell on him. After he's locked in his room, he's like, hey, Kurt. It just comes randomly into the house.
He just comes out the fucking closet. Hey, Kurt. How you been, buddy?
It's like, oh, God.
It's like, mister, you can't be here.
Shin accidentally reveals another secret whenever he tells his friends he killed the demon whenever he was only 10. Wasn't supposed to tell people that either. Shin suddenly senses a demon before Kurt appears and tries to kill them all.
Jesus.
So basically, Kurt has become a demon at this point.
That sucks.
Having transformed into a demonoid. Shin forces everyone else to run while he faces Kurt, hoping that he can destroy the demon's magic while sparing Kurt. But whenever Kurt begins to use a spell that would destroy the entire academy, Shin is forced to kill him by severing his head.
Damn.
It went
Other way, huh?
It went from him.
Go straight. This was his go-to option. Chop his fucking head off.
It went from, I need to save him. I need to find a way. Okay, your head's gone. August then warns him destroying a demonoid will make him famous. And his life very
How
difficult.
much more famous could he get?
Even more famous now. Because they didn't realize that he was the grandson of Merlin and Melinda.
Is
the
he
heroes of,
or is he his dad? I'm confused.
No, Merlin, he found him, but he considers him his grandson.
Oh.
So it's not even like
It's a random choice.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Merlin's already old.
Great grandpa.
I mean, Merlin was already old as fuck.
So was Robert De Niro. He's 87, like what, 1-year-old child.
Yeah, but he's gonna tell us.
Al Pacino too, by the way.
He's gonna tell his kid, "I'm your grandpa.
I'm your damn Robert De Niro. You talking to me?" He starts yelling at his fucking. You're talking to me. You gotta pull him away
when he's 90.
Yeah,
you're talking to me.
And then freaking Al Pacino just screamed, "I built this thing. Who built it? I did."
Episode 4 is called the name of the instigator. So Shin theorizes that Kurt was a victim of human experimentation.
He's also a victim of decapitation.
Yes, at this point, yes. So Dicium presents Shin a medal for destroying Kurt, though. So the king.
No fucking, like, oh, this poor kid had to be killed. Like, he's like, here's a medal.
Because they didn't look at him as a kid, they looked at him as a demonoid at that point.
Oh,
and the last demonoid that appeared in this kingdom took Merlin and Melinda when they were younger to kill the demonoid. So like it took both of them to kill
together.
Yeah, that's why they're so famous.
Oh.
Both Merlin and Melinda.
And now the kids,
Shin just did it.
For famous.
Yeah, Shin just killed him without even trying very hard. He just went and chopped his head off with a vibrating sword.
You're like having a head on your neck, and then the kid is like, "What?" It chops it. He's like, "What?" I had to say some random shit, and the other guy's like, "Huh?"
So then Merlin, he becomes angered at the king Dicium because he's involving Shin in politics, but accepts it is a necessary thing since he just killed a demonoid that would have taken like an entire army to do, basically.
Okay.
Shin's fame means his tutors have to test students wanting to join his study group to keep membership manageable. Because everybody wants to join now.
Yeah, I bet they do.
Dicium explains to his council Shin's theory Kurt was artificial. 2 students managed to join Shin's group, Mark, son of a blacksmith, and Olivia, daughter of a restaurant owner. Shin then asks Mark to upgrade his sword for a better handle for his enchantments. The security bureau investigates Strom to express remorse at Kurt's death. The investigators invite him to help by studying Kurt's corpse, but once at the castle, the investigators reveal Kurt's name was never made public, even though Strom knew it was Kurt. So they went to go visit this blind magician, and it's like,
Kurt's dead? He opens the Kurt's dead? He's like, wait, I mean, what?
Basically.
The dumbest motherfucker.
Yeah. Basically, that's what it was. Exposed, Strom destroys part of the castle.
His go-to move is to fucking tank the whole fucking building.
You're going with me. Shin engages him in a duel.
Did he just open he opened the door, oh, the shit, the chick is up. And he just started fucking blasting.
Kind of, yeah. Literally, like.
Jesus.
Exposed, Strom destroys part of the castle, and Shin engages him in a duel that destroys Strom's mask. So the part that's covering his blindness, basically. Revealing he is not blind, but has demonoid eyes. So he is basically a demonoid as well.
Super short sight. Like he's got my eye beat though. So he has real thick glasses. I'm not blind, but I can't see real good.
Shin casts the heat ray spell so hot it turns the sand on the floor into glass.
Jesus Christ.
Leaving Shin unsure if Strom disintegrated or escaped. So basically what he did is he layered spells up above where they were the entire time that they were having this short little battle. But he basically made a gigantic magnifying glass.
Oh, damn.
With heat spells.
Yeah.
It's like, because he's thinking the way we would here, where they're like, what the fuck? Like, how the hell did he do that? Uh, Dicium's council congratulates him on his victory, and though he tries to explain his heat ray spell, they all have no idea what the fuck he's talking about.
You're like, what the fuck is a magnifying glass?
Basically, yes. He's like, so what I did is I focused the sunlight's energy into
a beam of glass, and like, what the hell is glass? You know, like the windows, like all the windows are just like made of like just air. There's no glass in the window,
right? But at the end of the episode, it's revealed that Strom, he actually escaped and did survive, but just barely.
8-degree fucking burns. Like, ah. I should have died.
I wish I would have
It's all fucked up.
So basically what he did is he cast a explosion spell when he got hit with the like right before that actual death ray almost killed him. And everybody thought that the spell that Shin had cast created the explosion, but it didn't. It just literally just forced the sand to become glass because it was so hot.
Okay.
So like it was hot, but it wasn't explosive. So episode 5 is called a pioneering new hero. So Melinda is concerned that Shin and Zillion are not yet a couple. Shin shares his concern Strom is alive, so August pays Mark's father to design a new sword. The king of Bluesfia learns from Zest, his spy, Earlshide is in trouble by demons and plans to invade him. Shin decides to buy Zillion a ring at this point, flustering her, since they're both kind of having that awkward mutual like crush almost on each other. So until he reveals it's for defense, it's another defense enchantment. Like he's not buying it just to buy her a ring, he's buying her one for defense magic. Angry and his friends at his idiocy. It's like, really? You want them titties?
Yeah, like you fucking cuck.
You're over here buying jewelry now? Dicium presents Shin his medal in a public ceremony, while also promising Shin will never be used in public in politics or war. Shin decides to help his friends level up, as he calls it, but struggles since casting his spells requires understanding of science his friends don't possess. He's like, oh, y'all people don't know what the fuck you're doing. Strom and his subordinate Miria are also shown secretly manipulating Bluesfia's king. Would you go to like a panel of them or whatever talking or whatever in this other kingdom that's wanted to invade Earlshide.
Okay.
So Shin's friends are inspired whenever Merlin explains it is possible to learn Shin's spells, showing he can now use Shin's teleportation spell. So nobody else has ever learned any of the spells that Shin had created on his own, but Merlin actually did eventually. He's like, fuck.
See, grandson, you ain't such hot shit.
He's like, fuck. Why you just see him just panting over there in the corner, just trying it. Shin collects his new sword, which features a detachable blade to make it replacing it easier if it breaks. Basically, it is the gear that they used in Attack on Titan.
It is?
Basically that kind of a sword.
Oh yeah, the ones that they pop away.
Yeah, it's basically
they come back out because they get dulled from so much use.
Yeah, so it's basically just a sword that where the blade itself is somewhat more brittle than a normal one, but they pop off to replace, and you can put a new one on there.
Jesus.
August wonders if this design can be used by the military to cut down costs, especially with war against Bluesfia approaching. Despite Dicium's promise, Shin decides he will join the war if necessary to protect his family and his friends. Episode 6 is called Outbreak of War and a Joint Training Exercise. So, Earlshide defeats Bluesfia's army. Like, it doesn't even take much. They literally defeat him. Strom kills the king and destroys Bluesfia at this point, passing a message to Dicium's council he destroyed Bluesfia and turned a dozen of its strongest magicians into demonoids under his control. So Strom's over here doing his own shit in this kingdom now. So while they were going to go invade Earlshide, he basically destroyed their entire city by the time they came back.
So he just wanted the military out of the way.
So they lost to Earlshide when they went to go attack.
They go back home, and then home's all fucked up.
And you got Strom just sitting there on the throne. He's like, come back, did you?
Still alive, I see. He gets up, he's like covered in bandages from 30-degree burns. Like, not that easy, huh? Go take a cold bath. Heal these fucking burns.
So then Dicium declares Academy students must train alongside students of the Knight Military Institute, upsetting everyone as Knight students are notorious bullies to the magicians.
Damn.
Shin forms a team with August, Sicilian, Maria, and 4 knights. Crace, Miranda, Nguyen, and Kent. You don't ever have to remember these names.
Okay.
I promise.
I haven't
After this episode, and then I think part of the next one, maybe, you don't have to.
Kent's my favorite. I hope nothing happens to him.
Well, it's not. You don't have to forget them because of that. They don't die.
What horrific troubles entail.
Fed up with the Knights' attitude, August orders Shin to let the Knights fight demons without them. They consider demons in this world to be like demonoid wolves and stuff like that. So demonoids are humans that have demonic powers, but demons are just creatures, basically.
Okay.
Like they're not like humanoid at all or anything like that.
They're not humanized, I guess.
Like thought, like actual thought, like inducing creatures. So, like they're not your traditional what you would consider a demon to be.
What are they?
Like tigers, wolves, like demonized.
So just animals?
Yes, basically. But like demonized versions of them.
Well, like more demonic.
Right. So they actually have the ability to kill you. Really,
tiger's like 8 feet tall.
Kinda, yeah. Like where they're a lot faster than any normal wild animal would be and all that kind of stuff. Let's see. Shin learns their team advisors are Siegfried and Christina. So the 2 people that he had known, his uncle, where it's big brother Sig and big sister Chris.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're with him at this point. After finding a boar demon, the knights are swiftly defeated, forcing Shin to save them by severing the boar's head. He loves to
sounds like fucking chop people's heads. It's my go-to move. It's my fucking finisher. I guarantee it's one and done. Avada Kedavra ain't got shit on me.
Between that and just burning people. He's brutal. So the knights realize how much they still have to learn and how important support from a magician is. So like while they're on the front lines, they can get support magic, healing, and stuff like that from the actual magicians. Sicilian heals their wounds, causing the 3 knight boys to develop crushes on her.
Aww.
Causing Shin, Maria, and Miranda to become jealous. So Shin becomes
Get off
jealous.
my Kool-Aid, motherfucker.
Exactly. That's why he gets jealous. Maria gets jealous because
it's not her.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then Miranda gets mad because she's like, I've been around these fucking boys fucking years.
Oh yeah, she's the 4th knight, right?
Yeah, she's the 4th knight. She's like, what the fuck?
He's like, I'm a girl. Then like, you are? Since when?
So then more demons attack. So an annoyed Shin destroys all of them with a massive explosion spell because he said he needed to release anger.
Need to release the rage.
Impressed, Miranda apologizes for being jealous of Shin's abilities, then apologizes to Sicilian for insulting her boyfriend, causing massive embarrassment on both Shin and Sicilian, who insist they are not dating. So of course you get that like awkward anime, like, oh fuck it, man. Episode 7 is called "Let's Go to Camp."
Yeah.
So the knights and the magicians start learning to fight together, but the other magician knight teams fail to get along. Shin feels guilty after learning that having taught some of his spells to his study club, they will be forced to form a special team after graduation, under command of August, and will be supervised by the kingdom for the rest of their lives.
Jesus.
All because they're not nowhere near his level, but compared to the other magicians.
They'd be hired and be more, I guess, finely trained or specially trained.
Specially trained. So their powers are they're not even trying anymore compared to everybody else.
It's like it would be a powerful team to have, or at least he wouldn't have to even have them together. Like he could intermix them with other knights, and then those knights will be even stronger.
Exactly. That's why they're going to be monitored for the rest of their lives. However, the entire club is pleased since they view it as a recognition of their abilities and a guaranteed career.
Yeah.
So they're not even worried about
401k.
Put in that corporate time. Days later, August tells them most of Bluesphia has been destroyed and even more demonoids have been created from their population. So the people of this other country are starting to become demonoids now. Suspecting Strom is behind it, Shin decides to put the club members through a training camp over summer break, with Sicilian offering use of her hot spring her family owns.
Oh, the hot springs.
Always, every you
that.
always have to have a beach episode and a fucking hot spring episodes. Always. Never fails.
So always gonna be some certain intermingling by accident.
Yes.
Something.
Merlin and Miranda insist on coming along as chaperones, not trusting the boys and girls together without an adult supervision. They're like, no.
In my day and age, I was the horniest motherfucker that's ever lived, and I'll be damned if I let you kids see them there unsupervised.
We know.
They ain't call me Myrtle in the lake for nothing.
At the resort, even Sicilian's family servants tease her about her future relationship though with Shin. So like, oh, this is the boy we've heard so much about. It's like, no.
It's a damn lie. You didn't hear shit about him.
Merlin is happy to find Shin has made such excellent male friends though. Like since he was raised for so long without anybody else at all and everything, he's actually proud that he actually made friends at the school. Melinda amuses herself making the girls jealous about each other's breast sizes though in the hot spring.
Of course.
Always.
Weird like that.
Then declares that she and Merlin are also going to train the club members to be as strong as possible.
Okay.
So it's like you don't just get Shin training now. Now you get you get Merlin the wizard and then the guru Melinda.
Damn.
Because she's good at what do you call it? Like spells to like enhance stuff. So like enchantment spells and stuff like that for clothes and like equipment and everything. Where Merlin is more of the actual like spell casting.
The combat mage.
Yeah. Like they both can do combat, but they both have their specialties.
Right.
Episode 8 is called A Starlight Pledge. So Shin succeeds in making his explosion spell even stronger.
What is the fucking power of the sun? How much more powerful can it be?
This is it.
Jesus.
Earning punishment from Melinda for his recklessness. Because he shoots it off and blows up literally like 3 mountains in a row.
Yeah, I would imagine.
Where there's a hole all the way through. August and Shin visit August's home and find August's fiancée Elizabeth and his little sister May, who are both furious August didn't invite them to meet Melinda, and now they both insist on attending the training camp as well. Okay. So you get his fiancée, the prince's fiancée is like, fuck, I thought I could leave her out of this shit. Fuck.
Goddamn arranged marriages.
Exactly.
Drive me to madness.
Elizabeth admits that she has an ulterior motive to make sure Shin doesn't steal August from her. Since Shin is all August talks about now.
What?
She's worried there's going to be a gay relationship.
Yeah, she's worried that this guy's going to steal my man. And I'll be damned if I let that happen on my watch.
Basically, exactly what it is. And she's like, oh, hell no. August warned.
Fucking homewrecker ain't into my house.
August warns Shin that unless he confesses to Sicilian soon, she may end up with somebody else.
And Shin's like, who? Who else?
So later, whenever Sicilian blurts out a desire to have children with Shin, he realizes August is right and confesses his love to her, she confesses her love to him as well and becomes his girlfriend at this point.
You're moving way too quick, girl. You know, goddamn kids, I'm 15 years old.
Though their first kiss is ruined whenever they realize that all their friends, Merlin, Melinda, and Sicilian servants are all spying on them.
Jesus, you fucking pervert.
The next day, Shin insists on training at a beach, using it as an excuse to play magician volleyball.
What's that?
He wants to play volleyball.
Just volleyball?
But you use spells to move the ball, basically. So late at night, everyone reminisces about their childhoods. But whenever Melinda bursts in and tells them to sleep, they all hide. Shin accidentally leaps into Sicilian's bed to hide. Her cries alerting Melinda everyone is still awake, so she lectures them mercilessly at the end.
God dang.
Now, what do you think he did? He grabs some tea.
Shin by accident?
No. It's like the animate's going to say yes, but no. We all know he's like grabbing. He's like,
girl, I'm so sorry. I didn't know it was your titty.
He's like, You got her over here blushing.
Wait, so did he? Was it a grab, or was it a grab and a squeeze? That's how you know.
Grab
If it was an accidental grab, I understand. Like, oh, I'm so sorry. But if and then he squeezed a little.
She's like, "Oh my God, your hand!" And then he squeezes.
Oh yeah, it's intentional, all right.
Episode 9 is called The Grandchild, The Magic Gear, and The Engagement Party. So Shin informs Cecilian's parents, Cecil and Eileen, that they're dating at this point. Cecil is overjoyed, but Eileen warns him Cecilian being a Viscount's daughter comes with expectations. So Shin agrees to become Cecilian's fiance. They're moving real fast.
Fucking gay. Jesus, they're fucking just sprinting.
And it didn't take very long, did it? So Merlin invites Elizabeth and May to Shin's training, though. Elizabeth admits that she can't use magic, but May does show potential.
Fucking muggle.
August, his little sister, does actually show some potential. Strom's demons attack merchant caravans, disrupting the country's food supplies, though. Shin invents a spell that allows him to fly, but again, no one understands his explanation of how it works. So only he can do it.
I would love to hear him. How does he fly?
If I remember right, he uses air currents.
Oh, like a plane?
Like he uses
like a bird.
More like propulsion. So like no, what was it? Hang on a second. He said anti-gravity, and then he uses wind magic to push him.
So he's just making them stuff.
Basically. So his explanation was that he's reversing gravity.
Oh.
And then using wind magic to push himself wherever he was wanting to go.
Right.
But they're like, huh? Like anti-gravity? What the fuck is gravity to begin with?
You know, goddamn Isaac Newton's here.
We don't even know what the fuck that is. So Melinda and Merlin explained to Cecilian's parents Shin is not their biological grandson. But Cecil and Eileen reassure them they accept Shin for his character, not his bloodline. It's like, sure.
Give it that damn lie.
Shin creates even more National Treasure clothing to protect the club members for their next demon hunt. As May feels left out, he creates a magical device to let her talk to them on the hunt. Infuriating Melinda again that he has created yet another society-altering device. It's basically a canned telephone.
Oh.
But with actual, like, speakers. Oh, I guess I wouldn't say actual speakers, but like magic going through it.
He just fucking gives them all an iPad or an iPhone. Here's the iPhone 16.
There you go.
Make sure to plug it into your outlet wall. And they're like, what the fuck's that outlet wall? What the fuck's an iPhone 16?
Shin lets the club members do their fighting, proving that they are now strong enough to kill demons without him. Shin and Cecilian attend a party to announce their engagement, though. Despite having gone through the formal process of engagement, Shin waits until after the party to privately ask Cecilian to marry him with an engagement ring. They're moving real fast.
Quick. We're picking the house out.
Yeah. Episode 10 is called The Fall of the Empire. So Strom completes his destruction of the Empire by demolishing commoners who kill the nobility. With the Empire destroyed, Strom claims he has achieved his goal and no longer needs an army, so he sets the demonoids free. He's like, I'm done. Have fun.
And they're like, where the fuck's our back pay? Throws them out in the fucking woods.
Miria questions his hatred of the Empire, so Strom explains that he was a lord of the Empire. A lord, I guess, like within the Empire anyway. But he disagreed with the Empire keeping slaves and made life for commoners more prosperous, made life for commoners as prosperous as possible.
Okay.
The other lords hated him, as most of their workforce moved to Strom's lands to actually, like, you know, get food and shit.
Like equal pay?
Exactly.
How dare he?
Reducing their profits. So King Harold framed Strom for kidnapping commoners living on his land to sell as slaves. The furious commoners set fire to Strom's home, killing his wife Arya and their unborn son.
Damn. So he has a legitimately sad backstory.
Yes. So fueled by grief, Strom demonized himself and swore to destroy the Bluesfia Empire. Now having achieved this goal, Strom becomes aimless. Zest sends his subordinate Lawrence to convince the demonoids to attack the kingdom called Swede, neighboring Earlshide, basically an ally of Earlshide.
Okay.
Hoping to draw Shin into a battle and provide Strom the new goal of destroying Shin. So this is what this other demonized person's idea is. At a ceremony naming August as Dicium's official heir, news reaches them of the attack on Swede. Shin announces he is renaming his club, and it embarrasses the fuck out of him. They're the Ultimate Magicians.
New Avengers.
Kind of, yes. Before they fly to Swede with his abilities.
Okay.
Episode 11 is called The Mightiest Corps of Magicians Ever. So Shin and the Ultimate Magicians make it to Swede in minutes instead of several days and begin slaughtering the shocked demonoids while August gives a speech rallying Swede's citizens and soldiers.
Like several days? God dang.
Yeah, it normally takes several days, but they did it in minutes with Shin's flight abilities. During the battle, the magicians make several discoveries. That all the demonoids are commoners of the destroyed Blucia Empire, have somehow retained their sanity, and all possess a hatred for the nobility. Sicilian busies herself healing the injured, though. Lawrence observes Shin in a secret and is astounded by his magical abilities, coming to believe he may not have any weaknesses Strom can exploit. August and Maria face the demonoids together. Demonoid leader, Fabro.
Fabro?
Not Fabio. You were thinking the same thing as me, weren't you? Fabro.
That big nose having you smash it, motherfucker.
And eventually defeat him despite using defensive magic items stolen from Swede soldiers. And this is, it's not spelled like Swede, like Swedish. It's spelled Swede, Sweed. With over 100 demonoids dead, Lawrence is shocked not only at Shin's power, but also at the power of the Ultimate Magician. The name is just every time you see Shin hear that name, he's like, oh, fucking hate this. Nearby, Zest wonders if he should reconsider manipulating Strom into fighting Shin, unsure if Strom would survive. Needing to save Lawrence and as many demonoids as possible, Zest asks Miria to intervene. Strom, who knew all along about Zest's plan, decides that he might as well go ahead and go along with it. It's like, yeah, this could be fun. And last episode of the season is called And So, Off Into the World. With Miria as a distraction, Lawrence and the demonoids retreat. Sicilian fails to heal a man's injuries, but Shin invents a multi-step healing spell, saving the man's life and leaving August wondering how powerful Shin is going to become in the future if he's already doing all this shit.
Man.
August requests Swede form an alliance with Earl's Hide should either kingdom be attacked. August and Shin decide to travel to as many kingdoms as possible to form alliances and make it possible for Shin to teleport to any kingdom being attacked. Because his basic, if he's never been there, he can't automatically go there. So yeah, he's actually got to have been there to know what it looks like to be able to teleport.
Yeah, it's quite the hamper on the teleportation.
Yeah.
So if I can't see it, I can't be there.
Exactly. Like if you can't picture what it looks like, you can't just teleport.
That sucks.
Kind of, yeah.
Because they had to nerf it somehow.
Dicium is proud of August, intends to seek alliances with other kingdoms. Merlin and Melinda tell Shin to keep August safe on his journey. Elizabeth and May insist on going too, as does every Ultimate Magician. Strom is irritated his subordinates lost to Shin, but requests Miria keep him informed as their plan is to conceive a baby together has been successful.
Gross.
Mm-hmm. So 2 demons are going to have a baby.
With a fucking melted sausage at 3rd-degree burns. They shoved it in, huh?
Zest is unsure if he should be glad or afraid Strom has decided to make defeating Shin his new purpose. Shin and the magicians set off for the next kingdom. Merlin and Melinda realize they can fully relax for once, only for the magicians to teleport back, revealing that they intended to teleport back every night to save money on renting rooms for 14 people. Because they were looking at each other like, it's the first time we've been alone together in a while. There's that like undertone of what, and then you see them all walk back through a teleportation gate, and it's like, fuck.
Guess who's back?
Back again. But yeah, overall, it's if you like isekai, kind of like a comedic fantasy, it's pretty funny. and definitely worth a watch. It's only 12 episodes, so it's not like you're getting like super invested in a One Piece style show or something like that.
Freaking 1,100 episodes now.
Exactly.
I think I can't remember how many episodes they have. A lot.
Yeah, it's a lot.